Our snow globe scenes are going to have some little snow people friends hidden inside, and we are going to use some lines to create movement that will look like wind. So either wavy lines or swirly, whirly designs, so that our snow globes look like they have some movement on the inside. We're going to do some tracing to make some nice circles and practice our cutting skills this week, and then put it all together to make our beautiful wintry scene. In the end, you'll cut it all out, and then maybe you'll have something you can hang around your home for something special for the winter season. Maybe if we make our snow globes, we'll be able to actually make it snow. Wouldn't that be so exciting? Miss Morningstar loves snow. So boys and girls, for this artwork this week, we need one piece of white paper from your art kit, a black or permanent marker, and scissors and glue to do some cutting and gluing of your nice snow people inside your snow globe, and then finally your coloring supplies. Now you may choose what coloring supplies you would like to use this week. You may use markers or crayons or paints or colored pencils, whatever you would like. Once you have those things, come back here and I'll show you what to do. So again, all we need this week is one white piece of paper, scissors and glue, those two always go together, our coloring supplies, and a black permanent marker so we can do our outlining. Grab all of that, meet me back here, and it's snow globe time. I know we needed a lot of supplies today for our lesson, so hopefully you found everything you need. You have some scissors and glue, a pencil and your permanent marker, something round to trace. I found a bowl from my kitchen, your white paper, and some coloring supplies, whatever that means to you. It might be your markers or your crayons or even your paint. Now, once we are ready to go, we are going to do some drawing and tracing to start. First things first, turn your paper nice and tall. Once it's nice and tall, like this, let's trace a circle. Now, we don't want our bowl to go up. It's easier to trace if we flip it upside down. So hopefully whatever thing you are tracing is nice and big. Use your pencil, hold it down nice and tight. You might need a buddy to help you with that. And trace around. Move out of the way, hand. Whoop. Keep on going. Excellent. Now move your bowl out of the way. Now let's add a base to our snow globe so that it has something to stand on and isn't just a floating circle. To do that, we are going to put two lines that V out a little bit, one going to the left and one going to the right. And then just connect the two. Now your snow globe has a base. The final thing we're going to do is fill this bottom space with circles. These will be our secret snowmen that will be revealed very soon. So with your pencil, now if you have small things that you could trace some circles, like maybe your glue could be something that you trace, or your water cup, or you could just draw some circles by hand. And you want them to be different sizes because snowmen have big, little, and small sections. So different size circles, perfect. Now friends, we are going to trace our snow globe to make it stand out with our permanent black marker. Don't forget to also trace your snowman circles. Now friends, let's cut it all out. This might take you a while. Circles are hard, so take your time. Remember, when we hold our scissors, our thumb goes in the little section, our fingers go in the big section, and our thumb is always on top so that we can open and close our scissors. If your thumb is on the bottom, it's too difficult to cut, so make sure your thumb is on the top. And carefully turn your paper as you go, letting your scissors chomp away like an alligator. Sometimes when I'm doing circles, I like to free them from the paper first. That makes it a little bit easier. So before I cut my circles, I'm just freeing them from the space. Great. Once your circles are freed, they're a lot easier to cut them out by themselves. So take your time, swirl your paper as you open and close those scissors nice and smooth. Great! You have a bunch of circles and a snow globe. Now, boys and girls, we are going to create our background. In a minute, our snowmen are going to be piled up here in the inside. We can make more than one snowman if we want to. But before we do that, we need a background on here. This is where your coloring supplies come into play. So grab your coloring supplies, your crayons, your markers, or your paint, and let's get coloring. We're gonna make our snow globe look like it's all mixed up and silly and crazy and looks like wind and things are swirling around. To make things swirl, we are going to make a spiral shape. Now the first one I'm gonna show you with markers, and I'm gonna use 2 of my cool colored markers, but you can use whichever colors you would like. I'm gonna use blue and purple. So I'm gonna fill my whole background with a cool swirly spiral shape. Now this is a tricky shape to make. The first thing you do to make a spiral is you start by making a C and then keep going around like you're gonna make a circle. Now normally when we make a circle we connect so that it is totally solid and filled in like a shape. But with a spiral, when you get to the beginning, you're gonna scoop under and in and make a parallel line that keeps going in farther and farther and farther, and you keep following that shape until boop, there's no more space to go anymore. Awesome. Now let's make another snowy, windy spiral. So start somewhere, make a nice big circle, but before you touch, whoop, loop inside, and then keep going around and around and around and around until boop, you ran out of space. Now let's do another one. We're gonna fill our whole snow globe up with spirals. You can do tight spirals like that, or you can do bigger spirals where you leave more space. Flip-flop, you can make tiny ones, you can make big ones, and fill it all up. Spirals take a lot of finger and hand control, so make sure you're really watching what you're doing and taking your time. Now, none of my blue spirals are touching. I'm working hard to make sure that they all have their very own space to be and play. Great. Now let's use a second color and make some more crazy spirals. I'm gonna do purple ones on top. Now these ones are going to overlap. Now you can of course be doing this with your crayons or your markers or your paint. It's up to you. And I'm gonna overlap this time with my purple spirals. It's gonna start to get really crazy and silly. It looks like swirling, whirling wind. We want to make sure we move slow when we make spirals, friends, so they turn out really nice. Spirals, not scribbles. Oh man, that's a pretty cool snow globe design, I think. I like all of my spirals over here. Wonderful. If you painted, let that dry before you do the next step. Now that I have my crazy cool background, I am ready to build my snowman. I have all of my circles here, and I'm gonna take them and build my cool, cute cartoon snowman right here. You might wanna go from big to small. If the big one's on top, your snowman might fall over. You could, or snow woman. You can add 3 circles or 2 circles or 5 circles or 7 circles, however many you need to make your snow people. I like that with 3 and 2. So now, boys and girls, use your glue and stick your snow people down. Once they're glued down, friends, grab your markers and let's add some more snowman details. What kind of things could we add to these to give them some personality? Well, they definitely need some noses. You could give them carrot noses or any other kind of nose that you would like. A carrot is just a sideways long skinny V. Add a curve and then put some lines. Put one on each. This one has a shorter carrot nose. You can give them some eyes and whatever other details you might want to add. How about some circles for some mouths? You can even give them great big open smiley mouths if you want, more like Olaf. Our snowmen probably need some arms and legs. You could use your markers or your crayons or your black marker to add some stick arms that come off into the back of your snow globe. This one's gonna have little arms. And now I think they need some details on their bodies. If you want to add a scarf, you can make a scarf below the head with a curved line or a rectangle. Add 2 wiggly lines coming down. Connect them. Put some fringe, and then just like your silly sweaters that you made last week, you can add some stripes and patterns. They might even need some buttons or bow ties, anything you can come up with. Maybe your snowman has a hat or some hair or mittens or a fancy winter hat. You can decide. So keep on adding your cool details with your dark colored marker so that it stands out. I'm gonna give mine a nice top hat. Excellent. And then, boys and girls, you can finish up your snow people by coloring them in with either your markers or your crayons or your paint, whatever you have. Since I used cool colors in the background, I'm going to use warm colors on my snow people. Wonderful. Final step, you can decorate the base of your snow globe. You could put some patterns and designs like you are so good at already, or if we're hoping or wishing for snow this week, we could write the words, "Let it snow." Oh my goodness, I love my little snow people with their characters. Maybe you're gonna give them a name. I think I might call this one Frank and this one Stella. Stella is pretty fabulous. I think she's super cool. And Frank and Stella, they just like to perform together. Look at them, they're ready to go. When you finish your snow globe, take a picture, send it to me on Canvas. I can't wait to see. And if you really want to make them extra fancy, you can add any other details that you have in your home. You could even flip it over and put a string on the back if you would like, so that you can hang it in your house. When you're all done, upload it on Canvas. Can't wait to see. Let it snow, boys and girls. Woohoo!